Boker Tov, good morning. We continue with our 3-minute daily dose of Torah. Yesterday we talked about the call of Hashem to Avraham and a little bit about the question we were looking at was, did Avraham live in Haran, or did Avraham live in Ur Kasdim, in terms of where he was place of origin. I want to focus just very briefly on another point. It's actually the last Rashi in Parshat Noach. The Rashi is on the words that read as follows: Vayu yimei Terach chamesh shanim matayim shana. Terach's length of his life were 5 years and 200. He was 205 years old. Vayamat Terach becharan, and Terach died in Haran. And then God says, Lech Lecha me'artzecha. So the feel of the flow of the psukim is that after Terach dies, God calls to Avraham and tells him to move on. But says Rashi, it's not true. If you do all the math, you realize that Haran lives many, many years after Avraham has already left. And so it's not the case that Avram only leaves after his passing, but Avram leaves much earlier. Says Rashi. So why does the Torah plant his passing in the end of Noach? Also, I'll tell you, the simple reading is the Torah plants it there because he's not a player, and so we kind of close up his story, even as we're starting the story of Avraham, and don't worry about the chronological message. It's not meant to convey something to you. But so Rashi presumes that it's meant to convey something to you, which isn't factual. Why does it put his death earlier? Because it didn't want it to be a well-publicized fact that everyone should know. V'yamru lo kiyem Avraham et kavod aviv. That Avraham, he didn't honor his father. He didn't fulfill the obligations to honor his father, and he left him. Shinichoza kain v'halach lo. He left him as an elderly man, and he went off on his own journey. Lefikach kiro katuv meit. And therefore the Torah calls him dead, and it has a reason why it's allowed to say that, whatever, but that's not as important as this really interesting dilemma. That there are times when people have to make really hard choices. In this case, it's a choice of personally providing for his father versus living out the call of Hashem. And sometimes the answer is you got to live out the call of Hashem, as long as you make sure your father is provided for, right? But it doesn't come without a cost. People will always judge you, and you'll judge yourself for some of these decisions, and that's really hard. It's really hard when we have to make difficult decisions, even if they're the right ones. They linger with us, and sometimes in other people's mouths. But so it is. Let's all be able to make good decisions and the right ones for ourselves. Have a great day.